Alrighty, it's time to jump on the bandwagon. It is 2023, the beginning of the third year of the bandwagon, and so it is time for our 2022 reflection and 2023 intention video. Haha, that's what I'm calling them now. And before I get into it, I would just like to ask, do you like my shirt? Do you like my shirt? I did the thing. I finally did the thing. Because it's a me. It's a mediocre musician. Ah! But wait. Check this out. Whoa. Whoa. And then. Da-da. It's my wagon wheel. And another wagon. And then when it's time for D&D. Buddha. Da-da-ba-da. But my goodness, that got me so thirsty. I went a little overboard at Vistaprint, okay, whatever. So that's my merch, exclusive only to me. I thought I got the t-shirt sizing right, but I was wrong, apparently. So I had to add these side bits, like what I did for my Viva La Dirt League shirt. But I did these better, because they, instead of going straight down, they curve at the back a bit. Because my bum does not make it just straight work, so I had to add a little bit extra to get around my bum. Anyway, excuse me, crows, please shut up. Yeah, so it's the beginning of the year, so I would like to talk about what I did last year and what I'm hoping to do this year. So I want to start off with the pros of 2022. I am super happy about getting the vocal updates done. My vocals have been my most subpar instrument, but over the years of doing it, just practicing, my vocals have gotten better. So my original songs, Happy, Moonshine and Monster Equals Evil, since they were under the old band name of Steam and Sticks, I thought it would be great to update the vocals, have the new song under the Bandwagon name, and then hopefully have better vocals. And I did that, and I'm super happy with it. I'm still nervous, anxious, have stage fright when it comes to my vocals, but I think I'm getting there, and I think hopefully I can feel and have that confidence in my voice. So I really love that I was able to get those 3 songs updated, and it just, it just feels like I can actually see or hear my progress. Because when I was doing Monster Equals Evil with the whispery bit, I was listening to my old one so that I could still do the same whispers. And the difference of what I had just sung and what I was doing the back into to then listening to the old one, I'm just super happy with that. Something else musical that I was super happy I did, I was brave and made a fan song. Well, kind of not I made. Well, yes, I did. I added the music. I've probably mentioned more than enough times how obsessed I am with the group Viva La Dirt League. I've even got a video of when I met them at PAX, so that was amazing. And one day, when watching one of their D&D videos, someone was putting these really neat poems about the characters, and I felt something with that. So from having melodies playing through my head, I wrote up some things, and I thought, if they put up another poem, I'm gonna ask if I can add music to this. And then the next episode, A. Harris Poems wrote another poem, and I said, mate, you've inspired me, can I please add music to this? And it's so great that he actually did. So then I was frantically working on that project, which meant Make a Tree kind of didn't get done. I was supposed to be recording the drums at around that time, but then I still need to record the drums, by the way. Yeah, things just took over, but I'm really happy with that song. I love how I was able to make each poem have a different vibe to it, I guess. My favorite song was Rob's, because I just really liked, I think video editing wise, I liked that better because it felt like one of my proper video clips. It reminded me very much of my solo video clip. I was very happy I was brave enough to ask A. Harris Poems to do a collaboration. I had also just finished Dimension 20's Fantasy High sophomore year, I think. And their finale, they had a live stream, and then before them they put up fan songs and fan art that people made for them, and I just thought, I was just so blown away of how beautiful that was, and I just thought, I wish I was brave enough to do something like that. And then I saw A. Harris's poems and I was like, I've got to do something about that. So yeah, super happy about that. That's cool. And then I think the last big thing I'm really happy about last year is getting my Kagome cosplay done. I am very slowly chipping away at the editing for the videos on that. I will get to it when I get to it. The cosplay just worked out so well. I'm really proud of myself. I think I did a really good job. I would like to make a Sailor Mars cosplay at one point. So if I do have school uniform, I might want to use that same pattern. But now I know a couple of things that I might do differently. So then hopefully that will work out really well too. So I think that's all the pros I can think of at the top of my head. So now we're gonna go to the cons of last year. Unfortunately, not cons like conventions, but cons as in the bad stuff. So the pros of last year was I did a lot of stuff. The cons of last year was also I did a lot of stuff. And unfortunately, mentally, I started being unable to handle it. I was becoming very overwhelmed. So with what I just said, I was working on Make a Tree. I was supposed to do the drum parts for that. I got distracted by doing the Viva La Dirt League fan song. But then I also wanted to be working on Kagome as well, all around that time. I think there was other things going on as well, but just that whole period on top of some personal and social stuff, everything was just too much. I just watched it when I was editing Kagome. Yeah, I was not in a good place, and I had a little sit down bit just to kind of say things suck and I don't know how happy I can pretend to be. And I think while I was watching that back, I thought, oh, it kind of brings down the mood a little bit. But then I thought, no. Yes, it might be bringing down the mood, but when I do these videos, yes, I present it to the internet, I present it to the world, but they are for me. And almost in a way, they are like a public diary entry. And I kind of feel like the more people talk about mental health and when they're having their bad days and actually show it, I think that's going to be helpful for anyone who's starting to deteriorate into their mental health and just see either, yes, I'm having fun with this cosplay, but I've also got other things on my mind and that's just really bringing me down. Some people might not just be able to push through, others might. And just because I or many others might be able to push through their mental stress and get things done, that doesn't mean we are okay. I've had a lot of learning about myself this last year, and I am working on assessing what I think I need and trying to identify what I think is going on in my brain, or just understanding how I'm feeling about things. And then the other thing is then actively trying to do something to help me. And something that I think is going to help me, as much as there's a million things I want to do with the Band Wagon, the songs that I'm so excited to get out, this band is one of my million other hobbies. And because it's a hobby, it's fun. It's meant to be fun. So from here on out, I'm not gonna have a schedule. Everything I do with the Band Wagon is just gonna be whenever I get around to it. The only definite things I want is I really like the idea of my reflection and intention videos. So one video in January, and then I also really like my birthday videos. And if in future 1 year I only have those 2 videos out, that's fine. I have noticed that I like to have a routine, but also change the activities that I do somewhat. So like this week, for example, I'm actually dabbling a little bit in trying to write short stories of my dreams. So I just got very excited by a story of a dream, and I've just been trying to do a bit of writing for that. Then there's also things like doing prep for D&D, one of which for me is the DM. I'm very excited with the storyline that I'm gonna smash together for my players. And one of my players just invited me to join a one-shot that he's DMing. So now I'm gonna make my character for that, which is so cool. She's gonna be a tiefling wizard paranormal investigator. It's basically this little girl has lost her dog and it's gone into this haunted house. So I thought, haunted house, okay, like paranormal investigator. I was going through those sorts. Basically, she's gonna be a tiefling Velma. But at first I wanted her to be an artificer because I thought, okay, she's gonna have all her gadgets to be paranormal investigator. But then I thought, well, she knows about magic. I thought if she was a magical race, then that would be something she's already aware of. So I thought, she's going to be looking for literal smoke and mirrors. She wants it to be the Scooby-Doo shenanigans of, you know, it's just someone in a mask. So I decided to make her a wizard because I thought about how, I think her name is Siobhan Thompson, how she plays Adon, and I just thought, okay, well, she's a wizard. She can do identify, she can dispel magic, she can counterspell. Those would be really great for her to figure out that the shenanigans and the hauntings isn't magical, and then it could be real physical traps. So I'm very excited to play that. And I've gotten off topic. So I think to get back into it, there's lots of things I like doing. So I think if I have a video upload schedule that I try to set for myself and don't make it, I'm just creating stress that I don't need. Also, my biggest worry is by trying to make a schedule, by trying to make it stressful, it's gonna become a chore. I'm not going to want to do it, and then I'm just gonna not do it. That, I think, is my biggest fear of just one day after however long I just decide I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do it. Hopefully that's never going to come, because I keep thinking about all these songs and think about how amazing it's going to be when I actually do it. But doing it takes so long. But you know, cut a long story short, no schedule, do things when I feel like it, when I enjoy it, and then that'll be good. I think that's the 2022 stuff out of the way. Let's get into 2023. What do I want to do? So I think I will have more videos because I've still got the Kagome videos to come out. But I think I'm only going to aim to have 3 or 4 videos this year. I don't think I'm going to count this one because this is kind of just an information sort of video. I want 4 videos of new songs this year. Talk about my birthday video first. I have this idea for a little bit of a series of cover songs that I would like to do. So I want to call the series Cover But With Drums. So the idea of that will be I pick a song that doesn't have drums in it and then I just add drums to it, or I pick a song to do a cover of but it's just drums and vocals. So I don't know how many years ago it was, but when I heard Tones and I's song Bad Child, that really spoke to me. And just as I was listening to it, I felt like there could be more of a drive with the drums. I just felt like there needs to be more sort of oomph and bang to it. So I had that playing on Spotify. I sat down at the drums and I thought, I'm just gonna figure this out. So I had a little play, just listening to the music. When I figured out what I wanted to do, I wrote it down on Subtitles, printed out. I have practiced it a few times. So for my birthday video this year, I would like to do my cover song of Tones and I's Bad Child, but with drums. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play the drums, have some vocals for the melody playing on top of it, and I just really hope it works. We're just gonna have to see. I think my first idea for doing this series is also, I really enjoyed the anime Carol and Tuesday. I really liked Carol, and I made like a cosplay in my Animal Crossing of her. They had her keyboard, so I had to. I will eventually make her orange and white stripy top one day. But also, when I think at the end of the first episode, when they played Loneliest Girl again, like with Bad Child, I just felt like there was more oomph and power and drive that could be added with drums. So that's also something I would like to do at some point, just have that song playing and just add the drums in the back to hopefully give it a bit more power into it and really, I don't know if grounding is the right word, but just, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it needs drums. But who knows when that will get done. There are 2 songs that I have written that I would like to do screen recordings for. I wrote them both when I was in high school, I think in year 12, so that was in 2012. So for the instruments, I'm just going to do a screen recording of playing it from Sibelius, but I think I would like to have some drawings for the video, just like 1 or 2 still photos, like what I did with The Hunt, just have 1 drawing for the video. One of the songs is called Raindrops, and when I was writing it, the vibe I wanted was that scene in Bambi where it's raining, and I think I just kind of wanted the vibes of that rain scene in a way. So that as well, I think, is all percussion instruments. I've got xylophone, vibraphone, bongos, timpani. Do I have drums? I don't remember. But I just think it would be really neat, and I thought I kind of like the idea of bringing things of, I don't know, just the difference of, you know, here's something I wrote 10-12 years ago, and then there's, you know, the other stuff of, oh yeah, this is what I wrote like last year. I don't know, it's just fun for me to just have that thing of, this is how long ago I've written this. It's just nice to see, I think, also some progression with how I think I want to write my song. I'm recording this on my phone and something just went on the screen, so I really hope I didn't lose that half hour that I just recorded. We gotta keep moving on because I'm talking too much. So I want to get Raindrops done. There's also this other one where it was inspired by this concert piece we did called Iger. And I think and in the middle they kind of have this vibraphone bit, and I was sort of thinking, oh, this is like they found like a crystal cavern or something like that. So I would like to do, I had this image in mind of all the ladies sort of look like they're surrounded by like a rock tunnel, and then a couple of them have like Sayer's eyes are glowing and so are Louisa's, and they've just, you know, walked into this, found this crystal cavern in the mountain, and I think that would be really cool. I had to adjust the ending because the ending kind of just ended abruptly. So a couple of weeks ago I did that, and it was so fun to play around with the song again. And yeah, I'm really excited for whenever that comes out, hopefully this year, and I'm keen. And then I thought, oh okay, we're having this crystal caper like going into the mountain, and then we've got Raindrops, and then I thought, oh, what if I can connect them? So the crystal song, the crystal caper song, I'll try and put that out first, and then Raindrops, I'll try and connect it as all this rain is happening when they're about to leave the cave, so then they're sort of just waiting for the rain to dissipate and it to get clear skies again. So I think that's gonna be really cool. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've now connected the songs, everything's great. The last song that I would really like to get out this year, also something else from high school. I did a medley of Florence and the Machine songs from her Lungs album. In my arranging and composing class, we had to arrange and compose stuff. I had to do a cover, an arrangement of something, and I could not choose which Florence and the Machine song I wanted to do. So I did all of them. So I added a couple extra songs after high school just because I wanted to make it longer. And Florence and the Machine is touring again this year. I was very upset and heartbroken because I thought I had a little bit of trouble getting someone to come with me to the concert that I went to in 2019. So I thought, I'm just gonna go by myself and it will be fine. Then she did not have concert dates in Adelaide, and I thought, I'm not going to a different city by myself to see Florence and the Machine. And I thought, it's fine, I'm just not gonna go this year. And then she's performing at WOMAD. So I've got my ticket for WOMAD and I'm seeing Florence and the Machine. So everything's all right with the universe. Everything's good. So that is in March. It would be nice if I could get the Florence and the Machine medley done around when she has her concert, but no schedule. I'm not gonna stress myself and force myself to get it done by then if I just can't manage it. I would also like to draw a picture for each of the songs that I use as well. I would like to do the ladies doing something that sort of reflects what the video clip does. Just to say one of the things, one of the songs that I chose, My Boy Builds Coffins, that actually, when trying to think about how to do the video for this and sort of what Wagon Lady is going to represent the song, I thought, okay, My Boy Builds Coffins. All right, well, I've given Ruthless a husband. It's kind of got like a sort of creepy-ish sort of vibes. Okay, what if he's building a coffin and she's just like on the edge, just like smoking her cigar? And then I thought, what if her boy literally did build coffins? So I'm pretty excited because now Ruthless is like the next to inherit kind of like the mob, the, you know, mafia gang or whatever of Denunda's capital city, but their front is that they're coffin makers, and that's what the son does. She handles all the horrible mob stuff that her adoptive mum, which is her husband's actual mum, she'll do all the horrible things the mum wants her to do, because Ruthless knows that her husband is not going to handle it. And I was thinking, oh, do I actually want those two to be in love? And I thought, yes, I do, because when Ruthless leaves to protect Nesta and try and keep her safe, that's going to be more of a pull for Ruthless, because she's now going to be terrified about what's happening to her husband. And I think that's really cool. But anyway, also I would like to try and get the Maker Tree instruments done. I would like everything to be recorded. I really don't think I would have time to get the video done as well, but as long as I can get Maker Tree, the band version, fully recorded, all the instruments done, that would be really great. As I mentioned before, trying to be brave with my vocals. One of my friends from parkour works at a pub and they do karaoke nights, and I think I'm gonna try be brave, go to some karaoke nights, and I'm hoping that's gonna help me get through my vocal stage fright. And hopefully I'll have fun, socialize a bit, meet some new people, hang out with people, and just generally have a nice swell time. I would also like to get myself sorted. I think my violin needs new strings on both the violin and on the bow. I would like to get those fixed up, and then I would like to get some solo violin lessons. It does annoy me that I've still got no idea how to play it, and I want to play violin because it's kind of a family heirloom in a way, and it's kind of my inheritance from my grandfather. So my violin is my grandfather's violin. So I would really love to be able to play it and just, I don't know, I feel like because I've already done so many other instruments, I just feel like I would like to keep the violin sort of going in a way. I don't want children, but I've got some nieces, so if they just so happen to have an interest in music, and then, you know, maybe they have children as well, and then if that could just get passed off to another generation, I think that would be really cool. Just, yeah, I think I've got a little bit of maybe sentimental value to it, and I don't know. I just really feel like I want to do it justice. I don't just want it sitting around. But I've got a couple of things happening at this point in the year, so maybe around the middle of the year I'll try and get some violin lessons. I also would like to do at least one cosplay this year, only one that I will record, the others I'm not going to, because Kagome has shown me how much I really hate the editing process. Yes, some people can do the same cosplay and do it in a span of 20 minutes. I will not though. I'm really happy. I've gotten some really lovely comments from when I did my cloak video, and I think one person said it was very helpful for when they were making their cloak. I really would like to have my videos be full-on step-by-step process of me making the outfit, because sometimes I watch the person do whatever, but I feel like they'll show, okay, I just need to do this, snap, it's done. And I just sort of think, but how did you do that? So I think I would really like to show everything. Unfortunately, that means it's a lot of videos to edit and it's a lot of time to do. But the cosplay that I would like to do, I was already planning on doing this a couple of months ago. The voice actor for, and in my opinion, just in general, the Batman, just the Batman, Kevin Conroy passed away, and oh no, I'm not getting teary, am I? Oh no, not now. When I read that, I was just, oh god, I really am. That hit me pretty hard, I think, because all my childhood, all my life, I have known and I have had Batman, and it has always been his voice. And I think it was also just the thing of, this is my first childhood hero to pass away. But strangely enough, due to the way the world works, fortunately or unfortunately, he passed away a couple of weeks before his birthday. I can't remember the date of his passing, but his birthday was November 30th. And I looked at the calendar and I thought, I've got the day off work. I'm gonna make a bat cake. Also, he was supposed to turn 67 and I just had, so he was meant to turn 67 and I just had these lyrics from a Delta Goodrum song that seemed very fitting. So I changed the number a little bit, and then I wrote calligraphy from Delta Goodrum's song I Wish You Were Here, and those lyrics were, today would be your birthday, it would have been your 67th year, and I miss you in the Earth's atmosphere. So the original lyrics were supposed to be your 27th year, and I thought it just worked too perfectly to change it to 67th year. Yeah, so November 30th, I wrote some calligraphy, I made a bat cake, and I watched some of the Batman animated series that day. So I thought, okay, well, let's not have it quite like a funeral, let's have it like a celebration of how his work has impacted my life. There is also a comic that he recently released, which I've been struggling to try and find and read. It's a comic about his life of being a gay man and how his struggles of being a gay man helped him create the Batman that we all know and love. So yeah, I've been struggling to get my hands on that and have a read. I think I might just keep an eye and see if maybe at some point a physical copy gets made and I can just buy that. DC was saying they made it available for free because of his passing, but I don't know, it seems like you needed to have a DC account or something for whatever thing they've got, but then I wasn't able to make an account to read it, so yeah, I don't know. I was struggling just to find the comic to read. I have had I don't even think I've said it yet. I have had the pattern for a Batgirl cosplay for ages. I was already intending on doing it, but now, because of Kevin Conroy's passing, I'm really gonna make sure I do it and really do it well. I've been wanting to do the Batgirl cosplay for ages because also I have a friend in cosplay who he organizes these, oh crap, what is it called? He organizes these cosplay for kids things where, you know, you dress up, you just, you know, they visit kids in hospitals, I think, like there's like party events where they go to the movies a lot and just, you know, mingle with kids before that. I've never put my hand up for that because I didn't think I had a cosplay that kids would be familiar with and recognize and I guess find joy in seeing that character. But I think once I have Batgirl, I will try to get to as many of those as I'm available for, just to help out, just to hopefully be just another number. I'd really like to get Batgirl done this year. It's okay, we've only got a little bit more to talk about. So speaking of kids parties, kids events, I'm also doing a couple of events this year, and if you haven't noticed already, I got a new backdrop. Yes indeed, I have a new backdrop for reasons. So one of the cons this year was kind of an overwhelming and stressing myself out. I wanted to busk and have my first performance be at the Steampunk Aetherfest. It happened and I backed out of it. I think I was trying to just do way too much. I had a set list of 8 songs. I was expecting myself to do like a 30-minute performance sort of thing. I was just doing way too much. So all of that on top of not being confident with my vocals, I just couldn't do it anymore. I did my Monster Equals Evil vocal updates like 3 or 4 months later than I wanted to because I just really had like a mid-year breakdown. So at the Steampunk Festival, we had a different location and I just felt there wasn't enough places to make you want to take a picture. Like there was no good backdrops I thought was inviting to take photos. So I messaged the organizer because I sat down with myself and I thought, okay, well, what am I going to do about that? So I had a chat with the organizer and I have offered to do, because I thought it would be fun to just grab some more of my frames, have some cool backdrops, and then that is my input and help to hopefully have something more enticing and make people want to have fun and take photos at the event. So I would like to get 3 backdrops. So the Steampunk Festival is over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. I would like to get 6 backdrops. So I've got 3 on Saturday and then I've got a new 3 on Sunday. So if anyone who is going all weekend, they've got so many different backdrops to have fun and play around with. But also, to do a bit more of a test run first, myself and my friend are organisers for this event called Gathering of Mystical Creatures. I was telling my friend that I wanted to do this for Steampunk Festival. A big goal would be like if I could actually get like a whole booth. That will be later when I think I can do it. For now I just want to have easy peasy backdrops and be done with it. But I think it would be really cool if I could eventually have a little stall sort of thing and actually make sort of the Port Barrel pub for people to actually sort of walk into and have like benches and chairs to sit on and interact with props. What we are going to try and do is get some pickle barrels, grab some wooden panel wallpaper and then layer them up and then make them look like port barrels. So that will be fun to do. But anyway, so Mystical Creatures, I was telling my friend who I'm organising it with about this for Steampunk Festival and he said that could be really cool for Mystical Creatures. So I also have a backdrop planned for Mystical Creatures. I think I'm just going to try and get some exercise ankle weights so that the frames can be weighted down and hopefully they don't tip over, especially for Mystical Creatures because we are outside in a park. Having some weights would be very helpful. Very excited for Mystical Creatures because it was good to have Halloween and Christmas because I was able to pinch all those decorations for that. So for mystical creatures, I've got some vines that I can wrap around the actual frame to cover up just, you know, a plain and boring, yucky, black, you know, just frame. I'm also going to put fairy lights around that as well, so hopefully that's just going to look really cool, because mystical creatures is also at night. It's like a nighttime picnic. So yeah, I'm very excited to be able to do that. I'm just going to have the one frame for mystical creatures, and yeah, hopefully I can give people fun photo backdrops, and yeah, just want to get some photos of themselves in their lovely outfits. I'm pretty sure that's finally it. I think the only thing I want to make sure I mention as well, on some regard it's not relevant, on some regard it is, but I want to say it. As established before, it takes me a long time to get my videos done. Now, I like having subtitles on my videos. I don't like having to write them out. Subtitles take a hell of a lot of time to get done. A 5-minute video of full speaking takes about 30 minutes to caption. And because we all know I love a long video, you can imagine that me personally writing subtitles for my videos takes a lot of time. Now, what I said before about not wanting this to be a chore, the downside of having such long videos means I have to edit for longer, which means I have to do subtitles. I'm not going to do subtitles anymore. I am not going to personally write subtitles anymore. For my songs, so that the lyrics are on there, I'm going to do that, because my songs are usually only 5 minutes long and I repeat the lyrics, so it's fine, it's easy. For big videos like this, I am just going to do my best, speak as clearly as possible, and let YouTube sort it out. I think what feels like a drag for me is I feel like I spend so much time editing my videos than I do practicing my instrument and recording. So that's why I'm pretty excited about the songs I would like to do this year, because only the Bad Child cover is what I'm actually going to be playing. And when I say playing, I mean playing the instruments. All the others are going to be Sibelius instruments, and then I'm putting my vocals on the Florence the Machine Medley, and then I'm just drawing pictures for the video clip. So doing the video editing for those, it's going to be easy. It's going to be a cinch. It's going to be no dramas. I'm just really trying to focus on what do I want to do, what can I cut out. So because how long it takes, subtitles just have to be cut out. So yeah, I'm just going to speak clearly. Hopefully YouTube will do the subtitles correctly with what I'm saying, and that's just where I'm gonna have to leave it, because I don't have the time and I don't have the desire to spend all those grueling hours doing them myself. If this channel ever made money, maybe it will never, maybe it will, paying someone else to do my subtitles is something I would like to do. How much that's going to cost per episode, let's worry about that until it actually happens. But finally, yeah, I think that's all I need to talk about. Yep. So if you stuck around to listen to me ramble, thank you very much. I'm on lots of social media that you can follow me on if you want to. YouTube, Triple J on Earth, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and DeviantArt. Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah, so please stay tuned to whenever the hell I get a video out, and yeah, just stick around if you want. I don't know. So yes.